This blue dot's going on the air. Looks like he's going everywhere. With his pet Jenny and his blue dot family. Travis is his tech guy. Put that blue dot in the sky. On his first Naruto run. Looked like this blue dot was having fun. He is not a mouse. Moved from the shop to the house. With Marsha and his clan. This blue dot is the man. Travis is his tech guy. Put that blue dot in the sky. Looked like he was having fun. Looked like this blue dot is gonna run. He likes to say every day in his own special way. Are you shitting me? And he loves his blue dot family. We love John, he is the man. And we love this special clan. We are a blue dot family. And we like to
How y'all doing, baby? It is Wednesday. We're having an impromptu family meeting. I'm glad you made it. I want to give a shout out to those who jumped in real quick. Dwizzle Snizzle, Joy Peters, Gentry Scott, Richard Anderson, Pepsi Max, Chuckster 255, Miss Linda Long, our own Oddly Wired, Ray Reyes, Buddy Davis, and Judy, amongst other, Teresa Diggum, Virginia Woody, Dennis Condre. Thank you, Rick Dworsky, for showing up, and we appreciate it on such short notice. But I just thought that after watching the Judiciary hearings today, that it would be a good time for us to jump together, have a little conversation. I already did my rant today and let that out. I don't know how good it was. It lets off steam, baby. And I started immediately off with the fact that that the man that occupies our house, the man that sits in our house, is the laughing stock on the world stage, baby. That's exactly what happened today over in UK. And Donnie now has his panties in a wad. No, hell, I haven't even looked at his tweeters, but Twitter storm, I'm sure there's one out there somewhere. He's bad-mouthing somebody's ass because it didn't look good for his ass in the hearings today. That's for damn sure. And before we get into the conversation, my overall thought for the whole thing was I was very proud of the three constitutional lawyers and scholars, Noah Feldman, Pamela Carlin, and Michael Gerhardt. And then we also have Jonathan Turley, who was the representative for the Republican Party. And, well, howdy, we're going to get into a discussion of that. But I believe it was clearly laid out that that Donnie Boy has committed impeachable offenses. And the only argument the other side is coming up with through this Jonathan Turley is that they want to go to court. There's been no crime committed. You haven't proven a crime. You can't impeach. It doesn't require an underlying crime. We've heard that over and over and over again. It does not require you to actually pull the trigger on the gun. If you're thinking about it. And he did. He did a lot. But the Republican Party is hanging their hat on the fact that I can't believe, I think it was Nadler years ago who said that or maybe it was just months ago where Nadler said that you can't impeach, it's got to be bipartisan. And that is what the desirable outcome is a bipartisan vote where people vote their morals, their obligation to the Constitution they swore to uphold and defend. But we're not seeing that on the Republican side. They're keying on that as long as every one of them votes no, they can scream it's bipartisan. It's just a gang of Democrats. They're willing to throw every bit of integrity they have in the ditch. We've seen it all day long. They keep going back. Jungle Jim Jordan, again, swinging on the chandelier. And the minority leader up there acting so indignant that this is even happening. That's their defense. This is just outrageous. And as long as we act like we're outraged, then it's not fair. And the president and blah, 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 blah. Then the American public will listen to them and think, oh, this is a railroad job. No, it's not. They're griping about a wafer-thin investigation, and it's not. But that's what they want to use. Compared to the Nixon and the Clinton, oh, there's very little here. That is because the Republican Party and this White House has done everything they can to obstruct justice, to obstruct Congress, to keep anybody from testifying, from producing any documents of anything, anywhere. It's just complete obstruction of everything. And according to our Constitution, there is a remedy for that. And it's called impeachment. And the only ones that have the power of impeachment is the Congress, the House of Representatives. They will vote on articles of impeachment that come out of this Judiciary Committee. They will be taken to the floor. And I guess, my only guess, is that we're going to see more of the chandelier swinging outrage, the fake outrage that they're going to put on about how this has been unfair and nobody, a direct witness has not testified. That's because they're hiding them. I'm disgusted in people like John Bolton, who thinks it's more important to get a book out after throwing shit out there like he knows something. And I want to testify, but gee whiz, I got to wait for the courts to say something whilst I prepare my book. There are direct witnesses, and they need to testify. In the Intelligence Committee's report to the Judiciary, emphasized at the title that this is the evidence thus far. There is going to be more evidence. I cannot wait to see Devin Nunes up there as the minority head in that committee. I want to see him get a subpoena to testify about his involvement in this conspiracy that evidently the Republican Party has got going ever since Donnie entered the picture, ever since Donnie started corrupting that party, forcing them to do things that no moral form of government would take. Let's put some kids in some cages. Let's do that. Let's take grandma off the food stamps, which they did again today. Nearly $700,000 will lose food stamps with USDA work requirement change. Yes, they'll take your food stamps. Yes, they'll take everything that society has to offer to catch those that fall through the net, as a benevolent society should. But we're not that anymore on the Republican side, baby. Screw that benevolent shit. Get what you can. The ends justifies the means. Lie, steal, cheat, do whatever it takes. Obstruct justice. Stomp on the Constitution and turn your back on it. Whatever it takes, as long as you win. That's the example that the Republican Party is showing us. It's not a pretty picture. And any true patriot of this country can see through the bullshit of their elected officials standing up there in front of God and everybody, right there on TV, insisting that they're too ignorant to see what's in front of all of us. They come up with loopholes, little side stints, some fake outrage thrown out there. Jim Jordan's got his sleeves up, man. He's really upset, you can tell. Makes me wonder if he was so upset when he was told about what was going on in his wrestling. I don't put much faith in the Republican Party. He's going to be impeached. I have preached ever since I started this damn show that I would hold on to the faith that there would be good men in the Senate that can see the obvious, that can identify a threat to our republic. But I'm wondering just how deep this corruption goes in there. If they've got every Republican in the House turning their back on the facts, refusing to see, coming up with all sorts of ridiculous situations of what could be, maybe so, if we just spend another, 7, 8 years investigating it? Benghazi it to hell? No, baby. The Republicans are arguing for a legal process. Impeachment is not a legal process. It is a political process. It is written into our Constitution. And I'm glad to see the Founding Fathers were so popular today, because a lot of them quoted from the Federalist Papers and tells us what they were thinking. This is the responsibility of every congressman and senator. It is their most sacred duty. It is the one they swore an oath to uphold and defend, the Constitution, to defend this republic from enemies, both foreign and domestic. Our republic is under assault from a domestic attack of a president who wishes to break the law, to seek foreign help in his elections, to meddle in our elections, the most sacred thing as a citizen that we hold on to. The two things that we have, baby, a voice and a vote. And they're trying to take the vote away from you. Your vote doesn't matter. It does matter, baby. Numbers. And numbers too big to be counted. That's what we need this election. We can see the Republican Party and how far they are willing to go to undermine our institutions, to undermine the very documents that we were founded upon, in support of an obviously corrupt president whose whole life has been an example of take me to court, sue me, I'll sue you, let's tie it up in court until you're broke kind of guy. That's who he is. That's who he's always been. Show you your taxes? Yeah, he's going to show them. Kiss my butt. It's a lie. It's everything that man talks about is a stupid lie. What baffles me is just how ignorant do you expect your constituents to be? Do you expect them to be as blind as you? Turn the channel, baby. Find the news. You don't have to get it from mainstream. Hell, there's 1,000 damn sites you can get it. Get it from the BBC, from an outside look. Oh, they're liberal too, I'm sure. Everybody sees the emperor has no clothes, baby. But we are watching a Republican Party stand there and deny, trying to reap favor from the king. And have no doubt that's what we're fighting here. A monarchy or a republic, if we can keep it. Anyway, Deborah Blackstock, thank you for subscribing to our YouTube channel. We appreciate that very much. Remind everybody, if you want to help the show, reach down there, subscribe, like it. It helps in the numbers and all that stuff, and the donations and everything we get support. Travis has got some new stuff on the t-shirt business. We're trying to promote that for our Christmas.
Yeah, don't forget, if you're watching on YouTube, if you go down to the description down below, you will find a link to all of our stuff. Down there. And from now until the end of the year, we're running a 25% off coupon that is BD Holiday. That is blue dot holiday. Yep. BD Holiday.
BD Holiday.
And that takes 15% off your order. 50. And yeah.
Yeah, you just said 25.
Oh, did I say 25? Whoops. 15. Yeah. Maybe we'll make it 25 eventually. Yeah, see, there you go. I'm glad you caught me. Yeah.
It helps support the channel, and it provides us the income to expand and go farther with it. So we appreciate it every bit. So Deborah, thank you very much for signing up. So let's go. Excuse me. Thank you. Let's go to our panel here and welcome our moderators. Velda, how are you?
I'm pretty good.
Now, I'm sure you probably watched all the stuff today.
Uh-huh.
I figured you did. That's all right, Greg.
It's my cockatoo.
Oh, is that right? I know how you feel.
Yeah, so I got to go. I'll go in my bedroom.
No, that's fine. Welcome to the show, Greg. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. I finally hit the right button.
I see that, buddy. I'm proud to say Greg is one of the Blue Dots I've had the pleasure of meeting. He's been with the family so long, and I'm proud to know him. He's an old Vietnam vet that knows what's going on, and I appreciate his participation. Ismacal, I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong. I'm not too good. Has just subscribed to our YouTube channel also, so we appreciate that tremendously. Greg, how was your Thanksgiving? Everything good?
Oh, it was great. I went over to my ex-wife's house, the whole family, all the grandkids. It was fun.
Outstanding. I'm glad you did, and I'm glad you made it.
Yeah, I even gave one of my grandkids my Fender jazz bass.
Oh, man.
I got arthritis in my finger. I can't play no more.
Travis knows what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's a shame, though. That has to suck to have to put it down.
Oh, it does. I'm down to 7 guitars. If you know anybody who's really into them, I will gladly give them if they like.
You don't tell it to Travis because, he's into it. He's in, look behind him or go look down in his house. He's got him and his girlfriend, Rose, are heavily into music.
Think we got
hanging on my wall right now. I got a Telecaster and a Stratocaster.
Very nice.
Oh,
very nice.
I'm not even. Anyway, I'm so happy you made it here, bub. Did you?
Oh, me too. It's been fun today.
Oh, it has. I assume you watched all the excitement going down.
Oh, I'm lucky. I still have a TV.
Yeah,
pumpkin spank. I wanted to throw it to that.
I mean, to tell you, if they could take it away from you, they would. Just to control who sees it. Anyway, hang on, Greg. We're gonna all talk. Bernadette, thank you, baby, for showing up.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm doing fine, and I'm sure you also watched.
Well, my eyeballs are tired. I've been not only watching all day long, but I read that report. It reads like a good novel, man. You guys ought to get that.
I do. I need to read it.
Much better than the Mueller report.
They
did a fine job of telling the story.
Good. The Mueller report was a little difficult to get through after the first, several chapters. Yeah, it was very dry, but very full of facts. And I'll try to get that. It shouldn't take too long to read that. But I was very impressed with the hearing today. I was very impressed with the panel. They really came out big time. So, and stay tuned. It's not over.
Not yet.
Not yet. S.C. Smith down in Florida, buddy. How are you?
How's it going, John?
It's going pretty good. I enjoyed the hearing today, and I got mad. I got proud. All the emotions, appropriate emotions I went through today.
Yeah, well, I did. I was working, so I didn't get a chance to watch it. So I'm kind of like here now to kind of catch up on what everybody has to say about it, and I'm sure I'll see some more before the night's over with. But John, it really sounds like Fred's kind of upset about this whole damn thing.
You heard him, huh?
Yeah. Well, I got to catch your earlier Facebook rant.
Thank you.
I was on a little smoke break at work today, and I heard him then.
Yeah.
So he sounds like he's been pretty worked up about it all day.
I have to be careful. We have to try to move Jenny which I've already done. She's back under the house because if they can hear me yelling, both the bird and the donkey will start chiming in. And so yeah, it comes through on the feed every once in a while. I wasn't going to start over again. I'm trying to keep myself down to one take. Do it the first time.
I feel you.
And get it out there. But I tell you what, I didn't have any trouble today getting my dander up a little bit because the first story I heard about this morning, of course, was Donnie's upset because the other world leaders are laughing.
Yes. I did see that.
Isn't that a wonderful story?
And he left the building.
Yes. I'm telling you, when people say he's the laughing stock of the world, they're talking literally. They're standing in groups of world leaders laughing at his ass. Doesn't that make you feel just so great?
He packed his teddy bear and his baggage in his left bear.
Yep, he pulled his panties all up in a wad.
And
I'm sure.
Actually, he also was overheard by some journalist talking to himself.
Yes.
About how well he did it and saying that what's his name?
Trudeau.
The Canadian Prime Minister was a two-faced son of a bitch or something like that.
Yep. They called that on Hot Mic too. Yeah. Hello, Hank. How are you?
Europe is listening. Europe is.
I'm sure. I am sure they are. We are entertainment for the world at this point. Half of it for the entertainment part of it, and the other half is to see if our republic and our democracy can hold together over an assault by the Republican Party and their chosen.
To be honest, what I saw today in the hearings, I saw about half of the hearings.
Right.
One remark that Mr. Collins at the end sounded like a cattle auctioneer, like
talk fast, talk fast.
But basically, what I noticed was that where the Democrats are trying to get into the process of it all and asking actual questions to these professors of law, the Republicans seem like a bunch of cult members trying to defend their holy man constantly. I mean,
it's true.
None of what they asked was interesting. None of what they asked was relevant.
I'm glad to hear Europe is paying attention to this because that's exactly what we saw here, Hank. That the Republican Party is not asking anything specific to the charges. It's all in generalities of this isn't fair or we haven't heard from everybody.
Yes, several European media outlets have compared this hearing of today with a dictatorial regime in which the followers of the dictator act like any civil servant in a dictatorial system would do, especially this guy who asked these professors what their vote was. I mean, it's none of his goddamn business.
What he wants, Hank, is he wants the United States to act like North Korea. When he speaks, he wants everybody in the country to be standing up, applauding madly, and praising him for being the God that he is. That's what runs through Donnie's head.
Choke.
Yeah, really. Yeah, it's enough to make anybody sick. Because go ahead.
This list making, like tell us who you voted for. I mean, that's you. I will be putting you on my list, and you will be executed. Style stuff. I mean,
even
you cannot do that in a democracy.
Yeah. No, you don't. And that when they throw that out there, and Donnie does all the time. Oh, look, he was a Hillary supporter or whatever. That in itself is telling you that he doesn't. This is not an American thing. This is not a united America thing. This is not a healthy for our country. This is a divide and conquer method. And it is. If I've ever seen a nonviolent coup so far, baby, he has been it. And he has infected our institution. Our Justice Department, our State Department are now under question, heavy question, as to how
I think if Congress votes down this impeachment, which they might do, then the dictatorship will become a fact really, really soon after.
Well, I believe wholeheartedly that we have the votes in Congress and the House of Representatives to approve articles of impeachment. The Judiciary will crank them out, and it will go to the floor, which I assume we will see more fireworks. There's a possibility that witnesses could be called at that point, because this will be a full-blown debate on the House floor, and then they will finalize a vote. And I believe we will have the votes.
What did you think of the ending of the hearing today? I mean, they got in quite a bit of a fight.
Oh, I'm telling you, the Republicans are trying to interrupt at the last second. Like, this is unfair. Wait, I have more to say. Look at there, you're obstructing me. I can't get my. This is. Oh, look at this. This is terrible. Bullshit. It was the end of the day. Nadler had already said we're going to close 45 minutes for the minority leader, 45 minutes for Nadler, and we're going to close. Minority had his say, and Nadler had his say, and then right at the end of it, we have a motion, we have a paper of bullshit. They're just trying to create that drama right there at the end so they can get that freaking film clip and run over to Fox Spews and put it on there and show the minions out there how the Democrats are subverting this process by not allowing the Republicans to ask for anything. They'll just say no and slam the hammer down and walk out. Look at the poor Republicans. They're not getting... Kiss my ass. It's a show, and it's ridiculous, and it's beneath their dignity of their office to be putting on such a charade. It's ridiculous, and it's sickening to watch. Anyway, that's what my opinion on.
I did love the statement of the lady professor, though.
She was good. I like her. I have a new girlfriend. I like that one. Yes, when she spoke, and she spoke confidently in her interpretation of the Constitution. And what the Republican at that, I can't remember which one it was, giving her shit, she turned around and said she was insulted by that. I
think it was Collins.
Was it Collins?
Collins.
Yeah, insinuating that these people, they haven't even read the stuff that the report. And this lady told him we're in no uncertain. She read every bit of it. That's her job. She is a scholar. All these people were. The obvious difference with Turley was that he kept arguing in the sense that it was a legal battle. Like there are appeals that are waiting on. The court hasn't found this. The court hasn't found that. And we know that if we play that game, they're just trying to run out the clock. Let's get to the election before. Yes, ma'am.
Oh, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, baby. Cut me off.
You need to. He's on his fourth rant today.
I'm on a high horse today, baby. I'm pissed off.
All I was going to say, after reading Article 1 of the Constitution, it is not required that the House of Representatives goes to the Judiciary before they bring impeachment charges against a dick of a president like the one we have now. That is not required. So he could sit up there and say that shit all he wants to, but it's not necessary for them to bring articles of impeachment, for them to go through the Judiciary branch of government. They are a co-equal branch of government. And
that is what is obvious right now, is evident through everything Donnie has done with the White House. He is acting as a king. He is acting like he is above anything else and not a co-equal part of government. Congress has the same authority he has. Donnie can sign a law into effect, and if the Senate has enough votes to veto that, it's there. They can do that. I believe that
this is the Republicans' way of trying to brainwash their base, which got about 2.5 brain cells to begin with, so it's not that hard, okay?
Yeah.
And I don't want to talk bad about people or anything, but goddamn, I'm sorry.
No, that's true.
Those people are fucking stupid if they can't see the writing on this wall.
If you are acting like you don't see the problem, if you're acting like there is no crime, then don't be surprised if somebody refers to you as ignorant. Because either you're ignorant or you're too proud to change your mind, or you think he's a god, or
one of his so-called base maggots, and I like to use that because that's M-A-G-A-T.
maggots.
Yeah.
Yep. You can spot them. They
Any
got
one
that
of
red
them.
hat on.
If they would do the shit that he did, they would go to fucking jail. No ifs, ands, buts about it. They would have cops at their house arresting them, and they would go to jail. It should be no different for him, but it is different because he has to go through this impeachment process, and we're giving him the opportunity to do that. He should have had his lawyers there today.
Exactly.
If he wants to claim he's not being defended or he isn't getting the process or any of the rest of the shit. Go read the fucking Constitution, idiot.
There you
if
go.
If you can do that.
If you can do that.
Get it on Audible. Get it on Audible.
Get it on Audible.
Get it on Audible.
Get the Constitution on Audible, Donnie. As a matter of fact, the whole damn Republican Party evidently needs to get it on Audible. Because evidently they're not paying much attention to the written.
Why don't they just play it on the floor of the fucking House of Representatives so they can get it?
So they can, let's have a class. Let's bring a blackboard up on the table. There's a chalk up there and draw pictures so they can understand. It is embarrassing, and it does make us turn that direction towards, are you stupid? Are you shitting me? You don't tell me you can't see this. And
how about this one? We need that slapping law.
He needed slapping law today. Jungle Jim Jordan, that guy is just, it's the same. He's pulling shit out of his ass and throwing it at the crowd. That's what he's a chimpanzee up there swinging around, acting indignant.
He needs more than slapping.
Yes.
They say you can't have double jeopardy, but he could get slapped twice.
This is a problem that the Republican Party needs to face and deal with within themselves. We got Duncan Hunter now. He's confessing to his crimes out there. You've got a party that is leaning towards lie, cheat, steal. You start with trying to gerrymander the states, trying to prevent people from voting. Any kind of little scheme that you can go out, send people out to get your absentee vote and have them change it or some shit. That's what they're doing. Anywhere they can protest about how somebody votes, they're going to do it. It shows you the insight to that party. They are no longer the party of the people. The only people they're the party of is those that got money coming out the wazoo. I don't give a shit about you. You're a vote, baby. We'll tell you whatever you want to do. We'll make shit up. And that's what the Republican Party is doing.
Keep track of these assholes that don't want to get this man out of the dangerous spot that he possesses in our country. Okay, keep track of them. And every last single one of these blue dots that is in a red state needs to go out and vote his ass out.
That's right, baby.
Or her.
Or her.
Amen.
That's right. That's it. Greg, you're down in the San Jose area, aren't you?
No, I'm in Napa, California.
Oh, that's right. I keep thinking San Jose.
I'm in the wine country, and I hate wine.
That's right. That's why I hate you.
It certainly is pretty in the fall time of the year.
Oh, shit. Napa Valley's pretty anytime you want to visit there. From my memory.
Oh, okay.
Now, my memory is 40-something years ago. Closer to 48 years ago, I guess now. Damn, I'm getting old. So I'm sure it was a different valley back then than it is now. But,
it's totally different.
When I grew up
here, it was 14,000 of us. Now it's about 90,000.
Oh yeah. I remember when I crossed over the Golden Gate Bridge. There used to be a lot of talk about a small community of houseboat owners that were anchored over Sausalito or something over there?
Yeah, we can say it's Sausalito.
Yeah. And that was a big thing. They was going to look at how dare these hippies come out here. I see it on news nowadays every once in a while. Look at the size of that thing now. Jeez. It's a small city out there. Travis and them are thinking about or trying to plan a trip.
We're planning to try to go out to San Francisco next year to visit a good friend of ours and
I'll give you my address.
There you go.
There you go.
I'd be down. I would be totally down. Are you kidding me?
Hey, Travis, you should come see me too.
Yeah, that's not a far drive right up to Humboldt County.
That's
What
right.
surprises me is all these
Leave some space for
multi-millionaire
baggage.
wine owners, and yet Napa is still Democratic.
Yeah.
We vote Democrat.
Well, that's good.
I like that. Yeah.
They have common sense. It looks like that's what it.
Yep.
I have very fond memories of my time in California. I really do.
Napa's great, and Sonoma County's great, and that's where I lived on Bohemian Highway in Freestone for about 6-7 years.
Wow.
Cool.
Hello,
All
Eva.
right.
How are
Is that
you
an
this evening?
address?
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Hi there, John. I had to speak up because it's getting too late for me.
I'm sorry.
And
I didn't see you there. Go ahead.
I know. I just arrived, and
Well,
then
we're
I
glad.
saw Napa County, and then I went, oh, I'm home in California all of a sudden, and so I couldn't shut up, even though I'm supposed to go to bed.
Oh no, stay up.
It is. It's beautiful. As I remember it, it was just gorgeous, and they had wine. That's what I remember, because at this time I was riding with a bunch of friends of ours. We all had motorcycles, and we'd ride down through Napa Valley, go up by Russian River in that area and camp, and then come back. And we would stop at the wineries, and a little tasting here, a little tasting there. And back in that day, remember those old the bags, leather bags or whatever it was, you'd fill up with wine or something, whatever, iced tea if you were so inclined.
Bonus.
Yes. And then you just throw that over your shoulder while you're going down the road, and you could just pull that up, get you a little sip of wine there. Yep. Always cautious, though. I was never drinking and driving. I was just making sure the wine wasn't doing bad. A little tiny
You were
taste on my
smelling
tongue.
it.
Yeah, I was smelling it. There you go. That's the ticket.
There you go.
Eva, how's everything over in Berlin, dear?
Well, it's gotten cold and rainy, but other than that, we're getting along all right. I got together with some friends last week, and we were talking about Mendocino Thunderfuck.
Oh, the Mendocino Thunderfuck. There you go.
Hey.
Yeah, as we were talking. Well, that's why I was talking about, you guys brought me back home in Napa and Sonoma County and the Russian River, and
Oh, yeah.
so that's in my head now.
Oh. Is there a chance you're going to come back to the States again, Eva, or are you permanently?
Oh, I think it's way too difficult now. I mean, I've got everything I need here.
Oh, I would imagine.
And especially with my son and my granddaughter, but I wish I could.
Oh, well, we wish you could too, but if you're happy there, baby, that's where you need to be. Because that's,
Yeah, and besides, we've got Democrats abroad.
That's right. That's right. You stay
And,
in this day and age with computers, shit, everybody's home.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
And I've been with Democrats abroad for 20 years, and we really we're very seriously involved in the elections and getting people registered to vote and all that other kind of thing. So
outstanding.
Holy.
Yeah.
That I've gotten a lot of mail and messages from expats who live all over the world, but still stay highly tuned to the politics of the day, the issues going on here in the States. It's their home country, like anybody would be. If you.
Wie kalt is het in Berlin am Moment?
I'm sorry, Hank. Say that again.
Wie kalt is het in Berlin am Moment?
Gegen 7 Grad or so. Now we have to tell him what we're saying.
Yeah, y'all taking in code here.
He just asked me, how cold is it in Berlin? Wasn't that nice of him?
Yes.
And I said it's about 7 degrees. So what? Oh, I can never.
See, even translated, that makes me shiver. 7 degrees? Are you shitting
7
me?
degrees. Yeah,
No, but that's centigrade. That's centigrade.
Yeah,
it's not that cold.
yes, I know.
Not that cold.
I know.
Oh, okay.
So what is that?
3 degrees here in the Netherlands.
Wow.
It's what is it? Are we high 30s? Yeah.
Yeah.
30s. Okay.
We're actually high 30s.
Yeah.
No, we don't get down to
Yeah,
to
32 Fahrenheit is is 32 degrees and 0 degrees in centigrade. So that's the only way I can always remember.
Yeah, Fahrenheit is really 7. No, we don't do that here.
Well, since we're all tied up with math, I want to take a minute and thank Paula J. Just donated $5 through Super Chat. We appreciate that very much, Paula. Like I say, it goes a long way in keeping us on. We have plans to advance our broadband and everything, so we can make our voice go a little bit farther and maybe invite others face to face on the show to have debate and everything. And we're going to get there, just only if we have the supporters like Paula and those that join our Patreon, or buy our T-shirts. All that helps, so we appreciate it tremendously, Paula. Thank you very much.
You rock, Paula.
John,
Yes, ma'am.
I was reading the chat, and some of the blue dots in the chat were saying that Barr made a statement today that communities that don't show law enforcement more respect may lose police protection.
Yes, he did.
I saw that. Yeah.
Oh boy.
What is that? If you don't show us respect, we're going to turn our back and not witness this murder that's going on behind us over here. What kind of shit is that? You know,
and the president doesn't have any control over that shit.
You want to see where your country's going, baby, with these people? Look, take a close look. This is where it's going, baby. You know, show me respect or you get nothing. You know, what's going to be next? If you don't come buy a cake from the local fire department bake sale, we're not going to come to your house.
I can give you a next.
If you do not vote for Trump, you will not be able to apply for Social Security.
Yep.
You will not be able to go to your local butcher shop, stuff like that. I mean, it's a mafia state.
Well, we see Mr. Smith here on the records. We see you voted for Hillary Clinton. I'm afraid that we can't approve your request at this moment. Maybe you can go over here to the rehabilitation school, and once you graduate from that, you come back and see us. That kind of shit. Right, SC? You don't want that notification, buddy?
No, I don't want that one at all.
No.
I mean, that's... I hate to think about that. I really do. I would hate to think about some shit like that. That's just... God. It just pisses me off. I mean, that's...
Yeah, it's scary to all of us.
You've made
That's
a
why
statement
today
before.
was so important with how many Democrats came out strongly around the consequences of not impeaching, and how they really got into all those arguments with all of the experts, and I thought that was the strongest aspect of today.
I agree.
In terms you know, if we let him get away with it again, he's just going to keep on doing it.
I mean, the question of should we?
Giuliani's in the Ukraine making some kind of a documentary. I mean, what with all of these crooks?
Yeah,
you know?
A made-up video version for Donnie, I guess.
Amen.
I got a question. I got a question for William Barr. What the hell are you going to start doing? Shooting us and hitting us with the fire hoses again?
Oh, don't mess with his
I ain't
dreams.
going back. I ain't going back.
That's his dreams, baby. I
the America that they want. That's bullshit.
That's exactly right. You get respect by earning respect. And that's what our police department should do. They should earn the respect of the community. And I want to welcome, I ain't seen him here in a while, and I want to thank you for coming by. Filthy Mouth Liberal, Andy Paguda. How are you today, buddy?
Seen Andy there. Hey, Andy.
Oh, man, did I get in this room, really?
You damn sure did, and I'm glad you did, buddy.
Andy's in the house.
Andy's here, buddy.
How are you guys? I hope you're well.
But we're hoping the same thing about you.
Piss on me. I'm not worried about me. How are you guys doing? That's what I'm worried about.
Oh, I guess we're all doing pretty good. Nobody's complained about anything so far. But I know you went through some shit here lately, so I'm just thankful that everything came out good for you.
Well, brother, I'm still going through it, and it's not going to be over anytime soon. But the big thing is, forget about all this kind of stuff. How is the movement going? And that's the big thing that we have to be concerned with at this moment.
I think it got a big boost today. For those that have stopped to pay attention, how could you not get more motivated to remove this man from our house?
When I watched the opening statements today, and there were, 4 witnesses up there? Somebody correct me if I'm on drugs.
No, 4 witnesses.
Somewhere along in there, 4 witnesses. 3 of them presented the opening statements, and they were zeroed in on the thing. I kid you not, it was beautiful. And that 4th guy got in there, and you know who hired him, but
yeah, it was obvious. It was so obvious.
He's one of our friends. He is one of our friends.
Is that
he was one of whose friends? I'm sorry.
Barr, William Barr, the Attorney General.
Probably.
I'm sure William Barr probably recommended him to be the guy to come in and blow smoke up everybody's ass.
Hey, John.
Yeah.
I remember what I was.
Go ahead, SC.
I was trying to think of earlier when you asked me just a few minutes ago, is that line I heard you say before, and it's when injustice, God, it slipped my mind again.
Justice delayed is justice
becomes
denied.
Law.
Oh,
resistance becomes duty.
It is. Yes.
That's kind of my whole feeling on the whole thing. And I'm not. I'm a laid back person, but when is it gonna come to the day where it just we get set off to the point where I already feel like we need to be in the streets, and that's just something I
know exactly how you feel because I want the same thing. I think we should all be in the streets.
But I got my rope ready.
That's right, me too. Take a minute to thank Diana Mallory, who just donated $5 through Super Chat and says thank you for being here, Blue Dot family. Diana, thank you very much. And that's what it's all about, baby. We're being here for each other. This family grows. Every day I look at my numbers on Facebook or on YouTube, and we're growing. And it's only growing because you, the listener, the family member right now is hearing this and going, hey, talking to your buddy, you ought to check this guy out maybe. Take a look at this show, and we appreciate that tremendously.
And whether it's with us or anybody else, it doesn't matter. As long as we're on the same side,
that's right, baby.
There's no way we can lose. So
the beautiful thing about this movement, guys, is $1 is just as important as $5. It's just as important as $100 because everything that is contributed to this movement makes a big difference in what this group does for people.
I appreciate that. It does. It goes a long way. We have not quite reached that plateau where we can confidently go over to the internet company and say, go ahead, put us up there on the business platform. We're going to pay more, pay the ransom and be able to do more. Like bring Andy's face right out here, which y'all would just love that. He's a handsome feller. It reminds you of an early John Wayne, that kind of face. Hey, I'm a young Tom Cruise without this beard, I'm telling you. Shit, believe all that shit you want to. But yes, every donation.
Especially with Jenny.
Yes, especially with my Jenny. I need to get
Hey,
more.
on this note, can I interject?
Sure, go ahead.
I saw that picture with you and Jenny. Forgive me, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh, that's right. You were fixing to say how handsome I was in that picture. I believe you were going to say, right?
No, I saw that picture of you and Jenny, and if I had my choice, I would kiss Jenny square in the mouth.
I'm telling you, she's got big, pretty lips. I'm telling you. That's what I said the other day. Ain't it sad when your ass looks better than your face? I'm telling you. She is my pretty girl, I'm telling you.
She pretty.
Yep. All right, now wait.
That girl is gorgeous.
Yes, she is my sweetie. I went to the store today. And I went to go get her some ginger snaps. She likes ginger snap cookies, and so I went to go buy a bag. They didn't have none, and I don't like. She likes peppermint candies, but I don't like to give her too much sugar. So I like the ginger snaps, and then today they were out of them, and I was looking all over. I said, what am I going to give her? And I picked up a box of Triscuits, like Triscuit wheat wafer, whatever.
Yeah, I totally understand.
Yeah, like grass if you don't put something on it.
something like that, she could do those.
She liked them. She liked them. Of course, they're little tiny things, so it's like, you know, you get in the bag and get like a handful of them, give them to her, or whatever. She likes them.
You're gonna have to give her a whole box of Satisfier, really.
Yeah, she's a big girl. As a matter of fact, I keep threatening. I need to take a side picture of her so I can brag on the size of her. But
really quick, before we go any further, we want to hear what Greg was going to say. Just a second.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead, Greg.
Sorry, Greg.
Okay, what I wanted to say is, hey, Travis, could you contact me, because I would love to be a monthly donor to you guys, but I'm a techno idiot, don't know how to do it. So could you contact me on the side?
Yeah, I can do that for you. And again, let's just be clear here. You know, I mean, especially you, Greg. You came all the way out here and gave us a visit. It is not necessary to be a part of this to
pay,
but anything.
Yeah, that is very
to
clear.
Do this.
Yeah, well, I mean,
we appreciate
yes,
that.
we appreciate that, and
It
yes,
does.
I will get a hold of you, and we will get you set up in that.
Because I've been wanting to do this for months, but every time I try, I'm an idiot.
I can relate, bub. I can relate.
So,
it's just.
Thank you.
Would it be better to get a hold of you on Discord or your phone? Because I think I still got your phone number.
Anything you want. Anything you want. Where you can tell me how I can do it.
Yeah.
Anything, so I can tell me how to.
You got it. Yeah. No, I'll be sure to contact you. I'll be
Thank
sure
you.
to set you all up.
Greg, you are fantastic. Thank you.
You really are.
Thank you, Greg.
Thank you very much, bub. And I also want to thank Richard Anderson, who just donated through $2 through Super Chat. Richard Anderson is another voice out there. Richard uses his voice up in Nebraska to give his opinion on this whole mess all the time. I couldn't be more proud of Richard for doing what he does. He is in a tight situation up there with a whole lot of red around him. His boss is red, you know, and he feels sometimes like that could get him in trouble. But beside that point, he continues to use his voice. Just don't put your job in jeopardy, bub. Just got to take care of yourself.
I feel his pain.
Yes,
I feel his pain.
There's a lot of people that have to suck it up while they're at work because of the situation we're in. One, I get a monthly letter from somebody who's in that same position. Can't say anything about her boss or anything, but you know, we hear it in their letters, and you know, it's tough. Because I'll tell you the truth, the same thing down here in Texas, especially in the oil and gas industry. If you work for the oil and gas industry, which is a big employer down here, you walk into any drilling rig, any company man shack, any oil field, it's Fox News, right on the TV, 24/7.
I am so glad I am too sorry to work. I kid you not.
That's me too nowadays. I keep threatening I might have to go out and get a job. I was out trying to hustle a little bit side yesterday. And that is part of our, you know, we're trying to increase our sales on merchandise and stuff, just because this is our job now, and this is the way, if I'm going to do this, this is the way I have to make a living. And so it's all in the donation thing, but it is not a requirement.
You could get to PayPal, you could get to Discord, you could get to T-shirts and mugs.
You know,
there is that magical link
that are really cool.
Well, just
I wish more people would join the Discord.
$1 a month, that's pretty cheap for all the entertainment I provide.
Hey,
I'm bouncing up and down here 6 days a week, baby.
It's worth it.
I thank you very much. We don't
Just
like
look
to.
at your ugly mug. When we got to look at your ugly mug every week, hell, it's worth $1.
I'm staying there, baby.
Okay.
I'm staying it.
And don't be, and just to be clear, and this has to be the clearest message, we get it as much as everybody else. If you're in a tight spot, there's many other ways you can support us without using financial means. For example, just click the like button, hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel. We do go to other
share
outlets.
Share it with your family.
Exactly.
Yeah,
share it with your
friends
family, your friends. There are better, we use other platforms like Twitter and Facebook, but they don't really help us as much as YouTube. So if you got the time, make yourself a YouTube account. Come over and hit subscribe. Yeah. Hit the like button on our videos. It tells YouTube we're doing something right. Yeah,
just for
that
you.
Part's free.
Yeah, this is a limited offer from now until
no, it's not.
The end of time.
No, it's not.
But if you click now, it's totally free.
No, it's not.
Somewhere, maybe 40, 50 years from now, we might start charging for that. So get it now while it's free. That'd be hell if they started charging for that.
I hope not.
So hang on, guys. Basically, I should gather from this discussion that you just had between you and Travis. That Travis is a Ferengi.
Is a what?
Ferengi.
Ferengi?
Yeah,
I believe he may be as soon as you explained what that is.
Why do I have a feeling you're insulting me?
Yeah, well, wait, I might change my mind. I don't know.
You smoked it?
A Ferengi is a being of a planet Ferengor in the Star Trek universe.
Oh, no wonder why I didn't know it.
Yeah, see there, I'm
and
lost.
You have to pay for everything there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't know Star Trek.
Yeah.
You know me, Hank.
Yep.
I'm in the galaxy far, far away. Even to be fair, I haven't watched enough Star Trek to really make an opinion. So
I'm a warzy myself, but I do enjoy Star Trek at times because it's nice and lame.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, I haven't seen all of them. I could very easily sit down and watch a whole batch of them at one time. Space is something that always, the easiest thing to get me on, like I've said before, is a documentary. And space always does it. Hey, they discovered the world, I mean, not the world's largest, the biggest black hole scientists ever discovered was just recently discovered. It's 3 times the mass of our sun or some shit like that. Or maybe it was 300 times, I don't know. It is so large that by theory it should not exist. But again, there it is, something in space that challenges our theories of you know, relativity. In our own known universe. So, you know, we learn things the farther out we look. And, yeah, I'm one of them guys that believe that purely by mathematical reasoning, is there life out there on another planet? Yes, there is.
Yes, of course there is.
Of course there is. Mathematically, I don't give a shit what kind of number you assign to the percentage of the possibility of life existing on another planet. You work that math out. I don't care what number you give me. Eventually, it adds up to 100% that you will.
They found organic molecules on Mars, but they cannot really say whether it is from life. But yeah, in a way, I would love an extraterrestrial invasion of this planet. Because it would show,
we need it, baby.
It would show humanity that they are not unique. They are not alone in the universe. They are not that important.
I've always said I want it to be. I want it to happen like E.T. I want some kid to make connection. I don't want to see some guy driving down the road with his pickup truck. Look there, Marge. What the hell is that in the sky? I don't know. Let me grab my gun. That kind of shit. You know, a little mishap will turn us into a Zap nation. If they're smart enough to fly something here, they're a lot more advanced than we are. And I bet they got weapons that act like we see on Star Wars or... You know,
I don't think we got a Jeff Goldblum that can save us either.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, it's too bad that mysterious blob that was headed towards the White House recently was only birds or something.
Yeah. We all have dreams of what that could have been. No, we don't want any harm coming that way. But yeah, the aliens coming back to take him back. It was an experiment. It went very wrong. We're sorry. We're jerking his ass out of here. Yeah, I can go with that story.
Please let them take Mark Zuckerberg also.
Yeah, really.
Please.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah. Well, but yeah.
Really quick, I think Eva has to take off, right?
It's true. Thank you so much, Travis, because I wrote that I'm starting to slip into a black hole over here.
Yeah, that's what I noticed over here. So I just wanted to bring that up.
It was a little hint. You know, I'm trying to say goodbye, but I really enjoy
I'm sorry. I should
being
have been
here,
more.
and it's just way too late for me.
I should have been a more attentive host. Eva, thank you so much for coming. We know it's a big time zone change for you from here to Berlin, Germany, as it is with Hank and Aussie Dave when he comes on. But we so appreciate your insight, and we love you being in this family, baby. So.
Yeah, and the bad thing for me is that I'm a late night person, and so this makes me even more excited and even up later.
Yeah, we want you to get your sleep, baby.
Really dangerous.
But from a thankful nation, baby, we're so happy you're paying attention over there. It shows the world this is not just here, baby.
Oh, for
this
sure.
is everywhere.
Have been for forever. it. I watched all the hearings today, and we're going to fight back, I tell you. All right.
It's always good to hear from you.
All right, Eva. Take care of yourself.
See you later, Eva.
Good night.
Good night.
Always a pleasure to have Eva on the show.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
Bless her
it does.
heart.
Yes, she stays up very late to be able to get on here and visit with the
Well, to
family.
be fair, I think Hank is staying up
Yes,
later
Hank.
most of the
Yeah,
time.
but we don't give a shit about Hank. You know. Yes,
That's
we
the
do,
fun
Hank,
of
buddy.
having ADHD.
That's just bullshit, buddy. We care a lot about you, as we do with all of our visitors. I'm just pulling you out.
I sleep during the day and I live during the night.
There you go.
I used to do that.
Yeah, I used to do it too when I was 20 years old.
That's kind of what we do.
Screw that shit nowadays, baby.
Then my friends wonder why I never clear the clutter out of my house. I said, well, I'm not gonna clean up my house in the night, am I?
And people see you during the day. I thought he died. Look at there.
Yeah.
Hey, Chuckster 255 just pledged $1 through, or he joined our Patreon page. Chuckster, buddy, we appreciate the shit out of that. Chuckster's a long-time family member, so yeah, we appreciate that very much, buddy.
Thank you, Chuck. Thank
Yes.
you very much.
Yeah.
I gotta get over
a
to the
dollar at a
Patreon.
time, baby. $1 at a time. You know, we kind of ask it, but always
That's how we're
remind
gonna win
people
this.
that you're in the same boat I am. You know, times are tight. It's Christmas time. There's things going on, but any help is highly appreciated. Don't do that. What are you doing?
No, it looked like the chat
I'm
froze
like
up.
a cat, man.
Yeah,
It did.
We're not
It
ever
did.
going
You moved
to
something
go
over there, and I think I ought to be
$1
swatting
at
at
a
it.
time.
What was that?
What was that, Andy? Andy.
I said we're not going to win this thing, but what we don't do it $1 at a time.
$1 at a time, baby. That's the way I approach this now. It is my job. It's what I got to do.
It doesn't take much.
Yeah, I can't afford to go get a job now. This is a 24-hour kind of deal here, but it's one that I take on with a passion because this is our country.
On that. You're not retired, but you're retired, but you're not so retired.
Yeah, I laugh at people when they say, "Oh, I'm retired." Yeah, no, you're just getting ready to go to work.
Anybody can become a Patreon member for just $1, and that's hella entertainment value. Because come on, you guys, we need to support John. And I
what
give
she
my
said.
$1.
What she done.
I give my $1.
Yeah.
I appreciate all of your.
Y'all are too much.
Yes,
Goddammit.
we appreciate the sentiment very much.
No, this is the reality of the situation. Is that we do need to raise money on this show to keep it on the air, so we can keep getting the word out, so we can keep being a family, and that's what family does.
Well,
is they give to one another and they help each other out, and we cover each other's back. Yeah.
Amen, sister.
Quickly cut right. That is what we do. Period.
That's what we do. That's what family does.
We do.
I appreciate it so tremendously. This family appreciates it. Not only our Blue Dot family, but my family, inside the house here. We appreciate it.
The other two are in there.
Yeah, the other two in there that refused to come on camera. We was jiding Mama about that today. Come
It's
on,
sad.
baby.
Tyler would be better than me at this show because Tyler actually enjoys soaking in the information all day.
Tyler's computer died.
Yeah, that's why he ain't in the chat anymore.
It died. Yeah, just outright died.
Oh no, it didn't. It was murdered.
Yeah, well, that's true. It was murdered.
murdered.
Yes, we have the coroner's proof that cats conspired against the computer, knocked it off the desk, hit the corner of the table down there, and it died as a result. So we're thinking about bringing charges against the cats.
Those the cats.
Yeah. We're gonna have to sue them.
You better not touch those cats. They're innocent.
You know what's funny with that? Tyler wanted to be mad, and then he said he looked down at Pearl, and he was just like,
"Oh, you can't.
I can't.
No, you can't be mad. That's your babies." And now, Baby Blue, if some of our family members remember, he has grown a little bit. He's out on the porch nowadays, taking his spot amongst the other clan out there. But we have two new ones, born out of the same litter. One is fuzzy, one is a little more short-haired, and both really, really sweet, and you can pet them and everything. The fuzzy one, though, oh Lord, yeah, I can pick him up. He just goes to purring. You open the door, and he runs in, and the dogs just look at him, and he looks at them, and he just starts walking. Yeah, we might have another one here that's gonna worm his way right into a good situation.
My cat's about 15 years old now, and about 6 months ago, I went out and had a little extra money. I said, I'm gonna buy me a new couch, and I went and bought a leather couch.
Oh Lord!
And then got home and realized, shit, I probably shouldn't have bought that leather couch.
Yeah.
When I looked at my cat, I said, oh my God. And luckily, I've been able to keep it covered up, and there has been some scratches in it, but it hasn't got out of control. But yeah, it's like I protect this couch with my life these days. I'm like,
I like what John Heron had to say in the chat.
What's that, Velda?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Get yourself a water bottle, just a plain brand new water bottle.
Yeah, I know that. I got the water bottle tricks, and also the little dusters you use for electronics.
Yeah.
That scares her too. But like I said, luckily I've kept it covered up. I mainly use it. Luckily, I'm not in that room that much. That's like my game room, man cave.
Oh,
so that I don't really have a lot of time to be in there. So, but when I do, it's nice. But the cat gets in there, and I don't. It's just. But luckily, like I said, I've been able to keep it covered up with like moving blankets and stuff. So, but it hasn't had any significant damage. So yeah. But it was just one of those things where I was like, oh God. What was I thinking? I got a cat. And I
like John Heron's comment. It says, "No cat is ever innocent." It's they're looking at you. You like this computer?
I love them to death, but they're I love them to death, but they can be trouble. They can be trouble.
Oh yeah.
One of my friends is a model kit maker, just like I am, and he has a cat. And, he has a lot less model kits at the moment.
Oh no!
Because his entire display case was ruined by this animal.
Damn,
Forget putting a puzzle together. That used to be fun.
Yep.
Putting a puzzle together on the kitchen table and just leaving it there, but you can't do that no more.
No. You gotta put something over a piece of plywood or something, or they'll just sit there and knock pieces around. I can imagine
as a model maker, that's a pain in the ass.
Oh, I bet.
I used to be a model maker. I want to get back into the hobby, but it's too expensive for me. Too expensive.
It has got expensive.
I mean, I had to make a few models in my day too, but
you can't get them that cheap. And we're not talking about those kind of models. We know what kind of models you want to work on. Rick Scott.
Right, they're not made out of clay either. I kid you not.
I know exactly what kind of model he'd like to work on.
Yeah, I do too.
A Model T.
Yeah, well, you got your ideas. I got
Talk to me, Bill.
Hey, I want to thank Rick Scott for donating $5 through Super Chat. He said, glad I can finally help to keep this family afloat. Baby Rick, we appreciate it tremendously. You're going a long way. Oh, and Gary Spring just chimed in and donated $10 through Super Chat and says, put into John's beer fund. There's a guy to help with the craziness in Trump. This Canadian Blue Dot stands with you. Gary, we appreciate it very much. We always
after our own hearts.
A man after our own hearts, right? I'm telling you, we do have. We see. It doesn't take money. Some of our Blue Dots send me beer, so it's support can come in many forms. Yes, we like beer too. So, and last night I had me a little swig. I like a little bourbon every once in a while on a glass. The only thing that should go in bourbon, ice. That's the way it should be.
You got a shit ton more of that over there than we do. You should share, really.
I should. We should get together, Andy, and do that.
I should probably share some of that shit to the hospital too, but I didn't do that yet.
Yeah, no, you didn't do that either.
I'll work on that.
That's all right, baby. We appreciate it. I even got a little moon. Do we have moonshine left? We do have moonshine.
You're looking at me like I drink.
Well, no, you don't. But you dig in the freezer every once in a while. It's kept in that mason jar in the freezer. I was just wondering.
Ask Tyler.
I'm sure it is.
If you drink enough moonshine, you might forget about how
it does. Yeah.
Went out of Texas, I kid you not.
That jar has lasted me a long time.
Hey, thanks, Jimbo.
Thank Jimbo. Jim Bob, what'd you say, Andy?
I thought I saw Gary. I might have been looking on the wrong screen. I thought I saw Gary $10 somewhere there, and I was just sending out a thank you. But that I might be a little bit premature with that, or post-mature, as it were. But
post-mature.
Yeah, no, Gary Spring, we thanked, but you're going to be getting yeah, of course. Thanks go all around consistently. There's that one.
My internet service going.
Wow. Brian Koski just donated $20 through Super Chat. Brian, that goes a long way, baby. We appreciate the hell out of that. That's a big time stepping up, baby. We really appreciate that.
I think everybody just covered the internet bill for this month.
No shit. Yeah.
We can for sure do it this month.
Well, it's the future one for the next. I just paid it just the other day.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So hopefully we can get enough.
So we're good. We're good for 30 days, or at least now 28 or something. It's a monthly thing.
Got next month covered.
Yeah, but we're gonna bake like a sugar beets next week.
There you go, baby. Sugar beets. Is that what you're raising up there?
Oh yeah, sugar beets.
Andy, have you been making your videos again? Are you making your videos again, or?
No, John, I haven't. My health is not what I would like for it to be. Right. So I've had to lay off of it for a season. But I'm hoping to get back to it sometime soon. But with the current state of my health, I can't make any promise.
No, your health is the most important thing to you and to us.
Take care of yourself.
Yeah, it is to take care of yourself. We do miss your voice, though, and it's you got one of those voices that is really calming, not like mine, like feels like you're scratching.
Well,
yeah. Well.
No, that's ridiculous. But if I can be as candid as I know how to be with the group, I'll be happy to divulge at least some of that information if you'll allow me to do.
You bet.
I'm not well, guys. I'm not going to go into full detail as to what is going on, but I expect to improve, but it's probably not going to happen next week.
Right.
So it's going to take me a little bit of time to recover from all of this. I have some recurring issues from about 10 years ago. I dealt with colon cancer. Right. About 10 years ago, back in 2010, 2011, right around in there.
Right.
And I'm having to deal with those issues again, and they're not pretty.
No.
But I fully expect to recover from that.
Good. We're glad to hear that.
No. But it's not the end of the world.
No. It's going to suck.
Because we've done this.
Yeah, it's going to suck.
Well, sure, it's going to.
Yeah, we know that, but we need you to come out the other end.
Well, you know what? I found out the hard way when you're wearing a colostomy bag. Mama doesn't necessarily want to give you any sugar, if you know what I mean.
Not a really sexy looking.
No, it's not real safe. No. So we got that thing we got to deal with. If you're... among other issues, but it's no big thing.
Right. No.
We take these things as they come to us.
That's it, baby. One step forward every day.
You just keep up the fight, man.
If we make it through them, we do. If we don't, then somebody had a better plan than the one we have. So who are that?
Yeah, we all come to terms with that thought in our head, especially those of us that have reached up to higher an age. Realizing that there's a lot of people that you knew when you were younger that aren't next to you anymore, so it gives you pause to reflect. And I know, Andy, that you look at your life, and I know you're happy with it, baby. That's what you have to be.
Well, I didn't want to get into here tonight. I didn't want to get into a downer.
Yeah,
that was not my intent.
No, baby, no.
But there are a number of our Blue Dot family who know where I have stood and who know where I stand now and who are interested in knowing where I stand in days coming up.
Right.
And I didn't want information, but let's just say that we're going to what we use. Let me mute this mic because I got to turn on the compressor and breathe a little bit, but I'll be back in a minute.
All righty. All right. We'll be right here. And Andy has had some issues going on for a long time that he's battled, and I'm just so proud of him and the way he approaches life. And that's what I was trying to talk about, is just how we approach life, how we approach everything matters. And I guess it matters more the older we get, the wiser we get, and all that stuff. We have a tendency to see the big picture. And but like everything else, baby, you adapt, you overcome, you move forward. That's what you do. You can't do anything else. So that's what Andy's going to do, and I'm proud of him, and I'm proud of his voice. You can find him usually on Filthy Mouth Liberal, and Andy is exactly that. He's somebody that speaks his mind. And I've been so proud and so lucky to have known people like him in this thing that we do. Richard Anderson, Randy Kervin, Leo Sahaki. There's a list of them. Bo, the fifth column, he's pushing it way out there, baby, and we love him for it. Voices that make a difference. And that's all that we're asking you to support, is myself and others that are doing their best to reach out and get the message out. And it just builds a family, baby. And we want everybody in it. Anyway, he'll be right back, I'm sure. But anyway, get all mushy here. Right, Belda?
Right.
Yeah.
I'm talking about getting on with the show.
Uh-huh.
Somebody posted something about Mitch McConnell.
Oh, what did Mitch?
Oh, yes. Let's hear that.
What did the Moscow Mitch have to say?
All I can do is read the title. It says Mitch McConnell is fully prepared to shut the Democrats out of the impeachment. Senator Majority Leader told reporters Tuesday that he can't strike a compromise with Chuck Schumer. So the rules of governing Trump's trial. The Trump Republicans will just figure it out by themselves.
Huh.
Well,
that's all. If I click on it, I lose the show.
Yeah. No.
You don't have to do that.
Don't click on that. We'll read it later. It's not surprising that Mitch is going to take this kind of attitude towards the impeachment indictment section. I mean, the trial in the Senate. I'm not surprised at all. It's their only hope is to shut it down somehow. Right now, the Republicans are using the strategy of, well, if we all deny everything, we'll look good. We're standing together as a party. And they're not taking into account the damage that is doing to our Constitution and to our Republic. That's what they're willing to do. We can't be that way. There is no question about whether or not to impeach. The Constitution dictates that we do. The evidence dictates that we do. We're not, me included, there's a lot of us that could fall guilty, or have we wanted to get him out of the White House from the day before he signed in, he took the oath? Hell yes. I was on that bandwagon. I hate the man. He's a disgusting liar. He's exactly what we all knew him to be. But that does not negate the facts of a case, whether or not somebody is pro-inclined or was a never Trumper. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to the law or the Constitution. Go ahead.
Remember what Robert said. When it comes into the Senate, he's in charge.
Yes, John Roberts, the
Chief Justice is in charge, not Mitch McConnell.
That's true. Mitch will be the majority vote.
And that gives me pause to think that maybe, just maybe, because Roberts has done some good.
Yes, he has stood on the liberal side of the bench on more than one occasion on important matters.
He has stayed with the Constitution, is what I'm saying.
Right. I believe too. I am taking him by the way he has demonstrated in the past that he can be, very objectionable. He can look at this not from the direction of a party, but at his responsibility as Chief Justice of the Supreme Court. And a lot of us are worried about that court.
If it was Kavanaugh,
oh yeah,
I wouldn't trust him any further than I could throw his fucking fat ass.
Yeah, no. It can't be It can't be Kavanaugh. It can't be Gorsuch. Both those are out of play. Besides, it's always the Chief Justice, and Roberts is that. So yeah, I'm looking forward to I'm not afraid to have Judge Roberts in this action in the Senate. I am more concerned with the Senate taking the same attitude that the House is doing, to turn a blind eye to the Constitution and the laws and the crimes that this man commits, and stand fast together. That is their only hope.
That's what they're going to do.
That it appears that way. As much as that breaks my heart, and I've said from the beginning it won't happen because, and maybe who knows, we, as the Intel Committee's report says, this is the evidence thus far. So it gives us an insight to there will be more evidence produced, whether that comes out on the House floor or in the Senate. We all know there are more things to investigate into this, especially since we learned of Nunes's involvement with Lev Parnas and his trip to Vienna. That needs to be included in this because it does. It appears like it's a conspiracy by the Republican Party from the moment that the midterm elections, where they lost the House, to put into effect or put into motion a story about Ukraine and the Bidens and all this other stuff, to give that distraction, to give that little bit of something for the right-wing nut jobs out there to hold on to and say, no, we all see. That's the problem. That's the thing. We all see, and you can't be selective with what you decide is a fact. A fact is a fact. Science is science, baby. It is what it is.
Just this probably will get off topic, but Hillary Clinton did an interview with Howard Stern on the Howard Stern show, and it was. I recommend if you get time to look it up, listen to it. It's very good. But she was mentioning the fact that she went to his inauguration. She was big enough to go to his inauguration, right. And she was there sitting next to George Bush,
right.
And one of the things that she mentioned was that is how George kind of leaned over and told her, "Isn't this the weirdest shit you ever seen?"
Yeah. Baby, we need to get back to that. We need to have a country that is united. E pluribus unum, out of many, one, and we have a tendency to forget that. And
amen.
It needs to be. It is our official motto, regardless of what anybody says. That's our motto, E pluribus unum, and we seem divided, but we're not divided 50-50. I want you to know that. It's not those odds. It's much different.
Yeah.
Johnny Fly just donated $3 through Super Chat, or somehow. It doesn't say. Anyway, he says, keep up the great work, John B. and Travis. Keep on keeping on, and we will beat the orange-haired dingbat in the White House. Amen, Johnny Fly.
I love that.
I
Thank
do
you
too.
very much, John.
Dingbat, the orange dingbat in our house. I appreciate that very much, Johnny Fly. I like that, Johnny Fly.
Yeah. Johnny Fly.
Sounds familiar to me. Anyway.
I got a few more choice words, but I'm not.
Anyway.
Andy's back.
Andy's back, baby. I'm glad. Yeah.
I'm not fast. I'm just kind of half-assed.
Half-ass back.
It's better than being no ass back.
Yeah, it's good to hear you.
Yeah, you're an inspiring voice, Andy, and we're always glad to hear you on here. And we just want you.
I ain't going nowhere no time soon.
Well, I don't reckon you should. I'm telling you. I just and we have other blue dots that are facing important issues like that. Our own Deborah Gerlach is facing the same thing, and the way you can tell, she's a badass girl. She's not
our mistress. We have to support her. I kid you not.
Yeah. She's a tough lady, and she's facing some serious things in her life. So we wish her the best a heart could hope for all of our Blue Dot family members, and that goes to the heart, baby. It does.
Somebody go up there and give that gal a hug for a sigh.
Yeah, I've seen her. Well, she's a little sassy. She's on Facebook. She's making them comments out there, and insinuating she's going to kick its ass, and I believe her. She's already done it once, and
I think I might have to call her, talk to her over the telephone.
Yeah.
That's all there is to.
Yeah.
Maybe I should call her.
Well, sure. Oh yeah, she'd love to hear from any of us. You got her number? Let me give it to you over the air here.
Yeah, I do.
Good. Yeah, I got it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, everybody love that.
Yeah, let's have everybody call. Her phone will be ringing off the hook.
Text it to me, John.
Yeah.
Text it to me.
Yeah, I'll do that.
BR549.
Take it, Leon. I think it's a bugger.
Right.
Indeed, we come from the same background, don't we? Anyway,
Oh my Lord!
I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up because. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
You're rolling credits. Never mind. Roll credits. Go ahead.
No. Well, because I told this is not a normal night for us to go live. I already did my rant for the day, and that consumed a little bit of time. And I told her I was going to go live for a little bit because of the hearings today, and we wanted to discuss that. But I did promise her I was going to get back early. So because we got
to mention the fact I got to poop, I got to get out
yeah,
a little bit.
yeah. Well, I was going to put it more eloquently as Andy has to go take a crap, but poop would be acceptable. Andy, really, I want to thank you for stopping in, buddy. Take care of yourself. That's the biggest thing. We love having your voice on here, and come back as soon as you can, anytime you want. You're welcome here.
I'm gonna go take a nap for a couple of days, but I'll be back. Don't you worry about that. I'll be here.
All right.
Hey there, Bay Squire.
No shit. We'll come down there and fetch you up.
Hope to see you on Sunday.
There you go. Yeah, we'll be alive again. Well, we'll be alive again tomorrow night.
I'll be.
We'll be live again tomorrow night, but don't feel obligated. You got to come by, get some rest, and just take care of yourself.
Oh, that's not Thursday. I'll be here.
Fuck off, Palpatine. I don't give a shit what you have to say.
What? I know that was an inside thing.
Fucking Palpatine just decided to chime in for a second there with his bullshit.
That was some true shit right there.
Who was that, Hank?
Yeah, that was Hank.
Crap.
It's an inside thing, I guess. I wouldn't have got it. I'm sorry. Travis got it, though.
I didn't get it either.
Fucking Darth Sidious.
Yeah, we're old farts. What do we know? Yeah.
Well, you should know. Star Wars came out way before I was a thing, so.
That's true. That's true.
It's not a millennial thing here.
You're a thing. I mean, Jesus.
Yeah.
Well, I see the fight between good and evil in Star Wars in a way like this entire impeachment. I see Mr. Trump as a Sith.
Thank you, Hank. We're grateful that you interjected that.
I do. I see it the same.
I personally don't care for it.
Yeah, but it is. It definitely is a battle between good and evil in this.
Yep.
And I'm mighty proud to call it. I'm on the good side.
That's a really nice.
We're on the good side. We're not trying to take away people's right to vote. We're not taking away people's right to information. We're barring an investigation. We're not trying to.
We don't need to fuck Randy.
That's right. There you go.
It's a whole different thing.
Well, we need some gigs.
But it is a battle, baby, and I have no doubt that at the end we're going to win this. It's going to be worth the fight because our country's worth it. Anyway, I want to thank all our panel tonight. Hank, thank you for coming in from all the way from the Netherlands. We appreciate it every time you do. And to Andy, thank you for coming by. Eva, we appreciate it. Eva Adams over in Germany, and S.C. Smith down in Florida.
And Greg
Talbert. Greg Talbert, who
he had to take off, I guess, because he's not in the room anymore.
Yeah, he's not in the room. We thank him very much for coming by. I enjoyed meeting him. He's a great guy. And to our moderators, Bernadette and Velda, we so appreciate your help in this.
Bernadette.
And
you're welcome.
Thank you. And to the rest of our family out there on YouTube and on Facebook, baby, it doesn't happen without y'all. It's one family, and we work towards it, baby, every day. So stay informed and stay involved. We'll be back here tomorrow night for a regular meeting on the Blue Dot family meeting. And ain't we just cooking? We're cooking.
We're on fire.
I enjoyed it tonight. Y'all take care, and we'll see y'all later. Bye now.
All right, see you, John.